Hi everyone! First of all, let me say thank you to all the new subscribers and the old one too. I really appreciate your comments, and if you have any doubt or any video request, please feel free to write on the comment below this video. So let's start on editing our bracketing shots from the indoor room. I will use Photomatix here to do the exposure merge, but you can use also Aurora HDR, SNS HDR, or any other software you prefer for merging bracketed picture. Personally, I prefer Photomatix Pro since it has a very good indoor merge exposure that is Fusion Natural. I will let you see right now. So let's click on Open and browse where our three bracketed pictures are. Select all and then press Enter. Right now we don't need to tick any other option than the default one. So let's click on Next, choose Merge Options. Here we don't need any align source image. Never show option to remove ghost, since our image is a static image, nothing is moving. We don't need to reduce noise, never reduce chromatic aberration. We will do this later on Photoshop. So just click on Merge to HDR. Wait a few seconds. Photomatix is very fast on merging the bracketed exposure. And here we are with our image. As I told you, one of my favorite settings on Photomatix is Fusion Natural. It's very good for indoor pictures and especially bracketed pictures like the one I took on the other tutorial. Normally I don't mess around with the various settings apart to tick the 360 image option here. This will avoid any seam line along the vertical two borders of the picture. So if your image is equirectangular as this one, remember to tick the 360 image option. If you still have the two circular image, you don't need to tick that setting. So since we don't need to edit the picture or the setting here, we just click on Next and go to Finish. Wait until Photomatix do the fusion merging, and then we can click on Save Final Image. Here I suggest you to set the Save As type as TIFF 16-bit, since this will give us the best dynamic range on the merged picture. If we choose to save as a JPEG, this will kill the dynamic range of the image, and so it will not be so easy to edit on Photoshop later. So choose TIFF 16-bit as a type of the image. Just click on Save to close the image. Wait a little bit until the cycle stops. Now we need to load our image from Photomatix. Click on Open. Double click on your image. Normally Photomatix use a Fusion Natural label on his file. So just double click it and Photoshop will open it. Right now you can see that the Fusion Natural has a flattened image, kind of grayish image, no pushed color, but it's better to have a flattened image like this and then edit and push the image as you want. But having a already edited image that can have some part really difficult to recover. One thing I suggest you is to right click on the background layer and choose to convert to smart object. This will be very useful later when we use the camera raw filter or other kind of filter to our image. because it will remember the camera raw settings and they will be available live, so we will always know which kind of modification or editing we have done on the image. Let's open camera raw. The keyboard shortcut is left control, shift and A. And this will open the camera raw filter. You can see this is the last June update of camera raw, so the user interface is the same as Lightroom, so it's easy for you to understand the modification if you are more used to Lightroom. You can start using the auto setting or auto edit from camera raw. Don't be afraid of it. Most of the time is a good starting point for your editing, just to have a whole idea of the overall look of the image. Just take down the vibrance to 0 or saturation to 0. You can write 0 on the window here, or just double click on the little arrow to reset to 0. I do this because I'm not a huge fan of vibrance and saturation on the indoor shot. I don't want anything that push colors right now. We can first manage the noise reduction, just clicking on details and manage the noise reduction here. We don't need too much noise reduction, since we do some stacking on the 12 images, so 4 shots for each exposure time or each EV, so the noise is already quite reduced. Maybe we can reduce a little bit, so we can increase the noise reduction here, but just a tiny bit, not too much, or we will keep some details, and erase the sharpening, just to come back some details. And when we come back to the basic, right now the image is quite good. I think maybe it has some white balance to tweak, but we can do it later. Right now I prefer to use a little bit of dehaze to push the contrast a little bit, not too much. Clarity, not a big fan, honestly, on indoor shots, but sometimes just a tiny bit can help the vibrance of the overall contrast of the image. And texture, you can use it here, or you can do an unsharp mask later. It's up to you. Normally I use a texture and maybe add a little bit on sharp mask at the end if I need a little more tiny details to appear. And right now the image is quite good, maybe a little bit too dark inside and quite good on the outside. So probably I will raise the exposure, just let's see, okay. And take down the highlights a little bit, so we can recover the drapes. Okay. Maybe we need to take down the shadows. Let's see. No. Okay. A little bit of more blacks for the piano. Okay. Right now the image is quite good. I don't know if we will touch the white balance. Maybe a tiny bit of purple here on the tint. Let's see, not too much. Okay. Looks quite good. You can see right now we have pushed a little bit the highlights. You can click on this icon here to toggle the settings, so default and edited. Now I think we are okay. The drapes looks okay, nothing burned. Just maybe I will take down the highlights on the window here, maybe on the wood floor later. Let's see. Okay, I'm quite happy with the editing, so let's click OK. Wait until camera raw filters and so right now I would like to take down the highlights on the window and maybe tweak a little bit the white balance. So what we can do, we can duplicate the layer, so Ctrl J, and we have just added a duplicate of our layer 0. You can see layer 0 copy. You can double click it and write highlights. Okay, press enter. And double click on camera raw filter. You will see the settings will be exactly the same as the layer 0 of our background, since it is a copy. And this is very useful to don't mess around too much with other settings we like on our image. So right now I will take down the exposure a little bit. Just let's see, like this. Highlights can stay as we are, and also I think whites. I think the image can be good like this. Maybe we can just mess around with the temperature color, because in my opinion is just a little too bluish, so we can erase the yellow a little bit. Okay. Tint maybe a little bit more on the purple side. Just like this. Okay, we can press OK. And check how it will appear. Okay, so right now we can see the difference between the two colors, the two editing. Okay, so we need to mix the two layers, and we will use the mask, an important tool for Photoshop. So go down there and you will see add the layer mask. But before using the layer mask, we have to select what we want to recover from this layer. I suggest you to use or magnetic lasso to select the window frame here, or you can choose, pressing W, the quick tool selection. The quick tool selection is this one. We have three tools here: the object selection, the quick tool, and the magic wand. Quick selection tool is our choice. So just click where you want to start and drag this quick selection tool until it selects all what you want, or nearly all what you want. And just leave the mouse button, left mouse button. It's quite good. We need to add the sky here, so click it. The selection seems quite good. Maybe it's missing a part here. Let's see. No, it will select that. Okay, Ctrl Z, and we can back to our previous selection. We will recover this part with the erase tool layer. Also, we need to add this part of the sky here. Just click and take it down. Don't worry if you will select the drapes. The drape, don't worry. We will tweak it later. Okay, maybe just a little bit here too. You're okay, just zoom in. Quite good, not perfect, but quite good for our selection. Once you are happy with the selection, just click on the layer mask, and Photoshop will take care of the mask. So pressing backslash, we can see that our selection area will be the white color on the layer mask, so the light will pass, the light from this layer will pass on the background layer. All the things you see on red will not pass, are completely black, so it is masked from our layer. As you noticed, the mask is not perfect. We need to mask just here and tweak maybe a little bit down there. So I prefer to use the erase tool, as I told you on the previous tutorial, because it is quicker than the pencil tool. So press E. Be sure that the background color is white if you want to erase the mask, or press X if you want to add mask. Right now I want to add mask since I need to mask the drape here. So right click on the picture to set the size of your tool. Okay, perfect. So right now we can start masking. You can do just by dragging, left click and dragging the tool, or if you need to have a straight line, just click on your starting point, go where you want to end, the line will end, press shift on the key, and then press the left mouse button again. You will see the line this trick will help you a little bit on having a better lines or straight line than doing by hand, especially if you don't have a good right hand to take a straight line. If you are better than me, do by hand. But I always prefer to have something more precise than my hand. Okay. Here I will just show you a quick selection. It will not so precise or so perfect, just to show you how to do it quickly. And this will be time consuming the first times you will do it, but more practice you will have, the less time you will take the next time. If we need to erase the mask here, you just need to press X key again and have the white back color, and just do the same thing as adding a mask here. Here, left click, and here. Okay. If you are happy, you have done with the mask, press the backslash and you can check the difference. It's not so much difference, but it's just that tiny bit that will help to have a more pleasant picture. Right now I think we are quite good. Here the selection is not perfect. If you want, you can do the same for the wood floor here, if you prefer to have a darker wood floor. You can also have a quick look of your picture without the mask. Just go over the mask here, press the shift key and click it. You will see you will have a double red cross, and this will hide the layer mask, so you can see the difference on the whole picture. And as I told you, if you want to recover also the wood floor, you can do exactly the same thing. White back color, increase, right click to increase your tool size. I will do this very quickly just to show you, and just do the same thing as the window. If you prefer, you can use the quick selection tool or the lasso tool, or do by hand just like I'm doing right now. I will do just a quick selection, okay? Nothing for a final editing or to publish, just to let you see the difference. Let's see. Way better on the wood floor too. Once you finish it, you can flatten down the image, so we will have just one layer. Quick and easy is go to layer, click it, go down to flatten image, and you are done. You will have just one background. Right now we have one little problem, that is the purple fringe down there. That is quite visible, especially here on the highlights part. You can do the Defringe on camera raw, or you can use a hue saturation with another layer. It's up to you what you prefer. This time I will show you how to do with hue saturation and another layer. And I suggest you to use another layer and mask also if you use Defringe, because Defringe can kill some colors on your picture, and we'll show you why. So Ctrl J to duplicate the layer. Go up here and select Image, Adjustments, and go to Hue Saturation. Select this icon to pick the right color, zoom in, and let's start with purple fringe here. Okay. Photoshop will show you that this purple fringe is mainly on the blues. So what we need to do now, take down the saturation. You can see how the purple fringe is gone. And you need to take down the lightness too, a little bit, so to match better the lightness from the outside here and here. Don't look at this part here. This is from the masking, the quick masking I did. We can notice there are some little more purple fringe here too. Let's see how, if Photoshop can help us. So click here, and these are more on magenta side. So take down the saturation and look at the image. You can see the purple fringe is nearly gone. Take down the lightness too. Okay, and you have your image nearly perfect. Here you can see a little bit of gray. This is because I didn't take care too much of the masking, correct masking before. If you see that the image is not quite good for you, you can increase a little bit the saturation and have back some of the color, or increase the lightness, or take down the lightness. It's up to you. What do you prefer? When you are done, press OK. And you can see the purple fringes are nearly gone, but the color of the carpet, the blues, are gone too. So, mask, OK, click here, press Ctrl E to invert the mask, so it's completely black, and you will have the purple fringe back, because it is the purple fringe from the background color, background layer. Erase tool, press E, set the size, right click it, have a look, okay, the size is good. White background color, and go over your fringe, purple fringe here. And if you need, you can narrow your tool too. Okay, zoom. Okay, let's see. You can use the mouse scroll wheel if you want to be quick and precise. Let's zoom in. Okay. Okay. As you can see, the purple fringe will be gone. We can take down here. Let's see, 14. Okay. We can use the trick of the straight line if we prefer. Here too. So, as you can see, we are doing a custom Defringe. This is one of the methods. If you prefer the Defringe, you can do it with the Defringe, but I suggest you to do the same trick using the layer mask, or you will kill the colors on the carpet. As you can see, now we have the color of the carpet back, but if I hide the mask, you can see the difference. This is one way, or if you prefer, Ctrl J to duplicate the layer, Ctrl Shift A to open camera raw, go to optics, and we have Defringe here. We can sample the fringe, so we can tell to Photoshop where we want the fringe to be managed. So click on the icon here, move over it, click it, and Photoshop will try to manage it. Sometimes it's not so powerful, so you need to increase the purple amount and check your image. We need to push a little bit. Maybe we need to expand a little bit here and there. But you can see here is still not able to manage it. So sometimes you need to do it 2-3 times to take down the purple fringe. Here is too much, like I did before. So probably we need to have this back. Okay. Okay, this is better. This is quite good. So sometimes you need to do the fringe 2-3 times. So you need to press OK, reopen camera raw filter, zoom in here, and try to use the sample fringe again. Okay. This time it pushed a lot, maybe too much. Let's see if we can take it back a little bit. This is just two ways on doing the fringe. It's up to you how to do it. Maybe we need to increase the range here, since I see a little bit more here. Okay. Let's see. Maybe there is a tiny bit there, but I don't want to be so picky, honestly. Let's see on the other side here. I don't see anything strange. Okay, we need to press OK. And you can see the blue are gone here too. So as before, you can use the layer here, or you can also drag the layer, just select it, take it down, and as you can see, Photoshop already applied our mask here, so we can see difference. Okay, just zoom in, after and before. Okay, or after and before here, more visible. And so this is done. We can delete the previous layer, just press delete, select and delete. And we can merge the two layers here. So as before, layer, flatten image. We now have just the background. And if you are happy with your editing, you can save your image. Just remember to flatten down the image to 8-bit, since right now we are at 16-bit. So image mode, 8-bit channel. Click on File and Save As. Choose JPEG and give the name you prefer. Let's say room. And press Enter. Choose the image quality you want. Can be 12, can be 10, it's up to you. And then press OK. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, please subscribe to my channel. See you soon on the next video tutorial. Thank you very much for watching.